Before we start today's video, check out our merch shop, linked in the description down below. Use code Ahsoka in all caps to get $7 off your order. May the Force be with you, and enjoy the vid.
Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
What's up guys, Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well, and in this video we are going to be discussing something about The Mandalorian, what kind of makes this show better compared to maybe other Star Wars shows, as I think many Star Wars fans may argue out there. One of the directors of some of the best episodes of The Mandalorian, actually at that, has recently come out to reveal a few key details that she's learned from George Lucas himself. What does this mean for the future of the franchise as a whole? What does it mean for The Mandalorian show on Disney Plus, not just there and that, but also with the Mandalorian and Grogu movie now also in progress and in development as well. Of course, we're gonna hop right on into it, break it all down for you guys, everything that we know and everything that we're anticipating right now. Before we do though, however, grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing and covering all types of Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Okay, so in this video we are going to be taking a quick read from ScreenRant.com. As an overall garnering source, I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. As a read, the collaborative nature of directors in a galaxy far, far away within the Star Wars franchise has truly began really with The Mandalorian at its heart, and as it does turn out, one of the show's most revered directors has succeeded by learning one valuable lesson about collaboration from the man himself, George Lucas. With The Mandalorian being the first live-action Star Wars TV show on Disney Plus, it has had the opportunity to really set the precedent for all of the series that have followed it, and I definitely agree with that. I think it has done that and has done well with that, with one of the most notable being the wide range of different directors chosen to lead each episode, instead of maybe choosing one single showrunner or director for all of the episodes to follow within the show. It kind of gives a bit of a different spin and taste to every episode. One director who's been a part of all 3 seasons to date is Bryce Dallas Howard, not just stopping there but also so much more. She's directed a couple of episodes of the Book of Boba Fett, and I could be wrong about this, I think I am, but I want to say that she also directed an episode of the Ahsoka show. If you guys know more about that, let me know in the comments down below. She also voices Yaddle in the Tales of the Jedi animated anthology series as well. So she definitely does have quite the connections and really the passion for the Star Wars franchise of a galaxy far, far away. And so, though widely known for her acting at that, particularly in the Jurassic Park franchise, or Jurassic World much rather, Bryce Dallas Howard has made quite a name for herself with also directing within the Mandalorian series and some other Star Wars properties as well, as I had mentioned. She has expertly tackled some of the Mandalorian's most difficult storylines, making them some of the best episodes, as I had mentioned as well, and was even the one responsible for helping to bring Bo-Katan Kryze with Katie Sackhoff into live action, into life, in her season 2 episode, having directed that episode. This has helped Bryce Dallas Howard to become one of the franchise's most revered TV directors to date, something that she has accomplished thanks to a very valuable lesson to George Lucas himself that she had learned actually quite some time ago now. And maybe if you are a film buff out there, or maybe even work in the film industry, this maybe even would come as a no-brainer. It kind of comes as a no-brainer to me, because I do some work within the film industry. But George Lucas had taught Bryce Dallas Howard how to use storyboards to her advantage and to collaboration as well. Storyboards, out of all things, feels like it's almost like a must for every other project, TV, movie, whatever the case may be. If it's on film, then it's going to have a storyboard essentially. As a daughter of the talented Ron Howard, Bryce Dallas Howard has had the chance to study many of the greats very early in her life though, however, including George Lucas, with Ron Howard's father being the director of Lucasfilm's Willow movie as well, a movie written and produced by George Lucas. Howard also got to see Lucas's collaborative process up close, even in her youth. As such, she's had the unique chance to study how the creator of the Star Wars had really approached collaboration as a whole, something that he has done done most notably through artists, particularly on storyboards, also with conceptual art. Mind you, there's a difference between conceptual art and storyboards. Bryce Dallas Howard has recently revealed to Variety.com in a recent interview that George Lucas had advised her father to let storyboard artist David Lowery actually take a crack at helping to form the narrative to set of the movie of Willow. Like, they kind of just drew out the pictures maybe before actually making the script is kind of what it sounds like. This moment had really struck with Bryce Dallas Howard, though, however, whose takeaway from this particular instance was that the power of collaboration trumps ego and fosters an environment of where everyone works together on a set goal of creating entertaining, engaging, and meaningful Star Wars content, and of course taking that and even applying it outside of that. As seen in many of the behind-the-scenes specials of The Mandalorian Season 3, this is something that has really truly stuck to her and that she's really used to her advantage. And so, why is this important? What does this actually mean? Let's maybe dumb it down a little bit here first before we discuss what does this mean and why is this important for the franchise and for a galaxy far, far away, of course. Dumbing it down is essentially painting a picture, essentially, is what they're doing, and conceptual art for one thing. I think everybody knows about that, but storyboards also for another, which is pretty much essentially comic strip panels for a given movie or a TV series. It's something that Bryce Dallas Howard uses differently to her advantage, same way maybe George Lucas did with the Willow movie back in the day there as well, as she touches on. They're essentially coming up with these ideas and almost writing these ideas together and doing these storyboards together. This isn't necessarily very like something that we would usually see, I think, within the industry, within, shows and movies here, of course. And I really do also believe and think that that's something that kind of visualizes and makes things come to life a little bit more, helping visualize and also helping that collaborative effort with the team overall. Everyone from your cast, your crew, and everyone that's kind of working on the collective piece to really bring that envision to life here as well. So now that we kind of dumbed it down, and hopefully you guys have a better understanding of why this is important exactly, or much rather what it is, why is it important, and what does it mean for the franchise. I possibly think that there could be a bit of a theory out there that they would want to bring Bryce Dallas Howard on for one, her very own Star Wars movie, but for another, for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie as well. I'm not saying that she would necessarily direct it. We know that Jon Favreau is directing, also that Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are kind of co-writing this movie together for one, but maybe bringing in Bryce Dallas Howard to help as a producer or in some type of collaborative effort in the creative process and for envisioning and bringing this overall project to life. And so, as I had also mentioned, her also wanting to possibly potentially working on her very own Star Wars movie, I think is something that feels a little bit more solidified. It kind of just adds to her overall resume of bringing these characters, bringing these stories, and bringing this universe to life. This all being said, guys, let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys are all thinking. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Now, of course, this has been Unofficial Star Wars. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.